Al-Ansar and the Al-Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it is now 10 minutes exactly after 7 on this beautiful Tuesday morning, saying assalamu alaikum. Everybody, welcome on in. If you've just switched into our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live video, hello. Welcome to you just in time for this discussion with the managing director at Blu Blood. Now, Blu Blood have made an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, both in South Africa and the UAE. The brand has celebrated over 15 years of bringing the best entertainment to audiences across the globe, and under the leadership of Osman and Shaista Khan Osman, Blu Blood has become synonymous with world-class events, from concerts and comedy shows to everything in between. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and of course inside your radio as well. Joining us this morning on The Breakfast Rush is the managing director of Blu Blood, the Middle Beast Tour, Osman. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for having me. It's only a pleasure being on Al-Ansar.
Absolute pleasure speaking with you as well. For those who may not know, what is the heart and vision behind Blu Blood?
Well, at Blu Blood, we are the leaders in terms of entertainment, not just in South Africa, but in the Middle East. We try to bring in happiness to everyone's lives. We've toured with local comedians like your Riyad Musas, Tumi Morakes. We own the Kings and Queens of Comedy. We're very diverse in terms of our entertainment portfolio. And, we've been spreading joy across South Africa for the last 15 years. So it's a company that's owned by myself and my wife, Shaista. In fact, the brand Blu Blood was started by her in 2009 when she was doing a whole lot of management for FIFA and UNICEF for the Confeds and Cup and the World Cup, and it's evolved into what it is today. It's an international brand, and we're quite proud of it, alhamdulillah.
How did the idea of bringing Bassem Youssef Middle Beast Tour to South Africa come about?
Well, Bassem's been a very, very dear friend of ours from 2019, and we've always toyed around with the idea of taking him on tour, especially into the South African market. When we were going to do it in 2020, unfortunately, all live entertainment had come to an end. We had created a concept called Doctor, because Bassem is a cardiothoracic surgeon from Egypt, not just a comedian, and he was going to go on tour with Riyad Musa. And unfortunately, the pandemic hit, and a whole lot of things, had to come to an end, postponed, whatever. So it's always been something that's been on our radar to do. I just think Bassem Youssef sort of changed the narrative from October 7th, when the genocide started between Israel and Palestine. And, him taking that forefront, whether it was by default, whether it was intentionally being on Piers Morgan, it sort of changed the dynamic and the narrative of what was going on. It only made sense for us then to bring him to South Africa. And 1.5 years later, we're getting him, his schedule didn't permit it, but we're getting him to come to South Africa on a tour, going from Durban on the 7th of February at the ICC, then going on the 8th of February to the Cape Town Convention Center, and on the 9th to Johannesburg. And I think the audience are, they're going to enjoy what Bassem brings to the table. It's satire, it's comedy at its best. And, we're hoping that everyone comes out in their numbers and supports it.
Absolutely. What can audiences expect from the show? And why should the listeners of The Breakfast Rush not miss the event?
Well, Bassem Youssef is internationally renowned in terms of comedy. He's freshly off his sold-out European tour. So that's one factor. The other factor, he's really funny, and he's an international artist. Last year we brought in Russell Peters. This year we're bringing in Bassem Youssef, and the Durban audience gets to see him with Riyad Musa, who's going to be sharing the stage with him, as well as Darren Maul. So it's a fun-filled night of comedy, and the interesting part for us is that we got the Gift of the Givers on board. They are charity benefacting partners. So, proceeds from the show will be going to the Gift of the Givers. If you see the streets of Durban, the posters, our radio advertising campaigns everywhere, the Gift of the Givers is part and parcel of this. There's a huge charity element. So we're not asking you to come to the show to take your money. No. We want you to showcase what the Gift of the Givers is not just doing in South Africa, but internationally. And, we're proud to be associated with them.
Where can listeners get their tickets?
Tickets are available at www.ticketpros.co.za, and it's almost sold out. So if you were planning to come out to see Bassem Youssef, I suggest you get them very quickly.
Absolutely. Osman, really quickly recap for our listeners, date, time, and venue.
So Durban's on the Friday, the 7th of February. The show starts, I think, between 8 and 8:30. Tickets are available at ticketpros.co.za. And you're not just seeing Bassem Youssef, you're seeing Riyad Musa and Darren Moore, and you're supporting the Gift of the Givers. So, the Gift of the Givers has done some amazing work. We see what they do on an international, platform, but also what they do in KwaZulu-Natal, what they do in South Africa as a whole. So come and see and be showcased what, the great and amazing things that they're doing.
Absolutely. Osman, thank you so much for your time this morning and bringing this info to our listeners. Do appreciate it. And looking forward to seeing you on the 7th.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having you there. Hope you guys are going to be there as well, front and center.
Absolutely part of this show. Thank you, Osman. Have a beautiful day.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So, Naz, it's never a good idea if you're somebody with a soft heart to go and sit down the front row of a comedy show.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but it's always fun. It is always fun.
I like to sit where they're not
going to see you. So you're not going to be part of the show.
No. So I'll be there, but probably in hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't call me Nishal.
Well, no problem. No, but you can call Nishal. No worries. But here's the thing. Dropped a little bit of info on that one there with him now mentioning that Riyad Musa is going to be there. Riyad Musa and Durban comedian Darren Maul's going to be there as well. So
and it's amazing.
Fun show.
Going out, just getting the stress levels off your shoulders and doing a good deed at the same time, where he mentioned proceeds going to Gift of the Givers.
And of course, Gift of the Givers doing some fantastic work around the world, not just here in South Africa, but around the world. Now, go and Google, if you don't know it, go and Google Bassem Youssef. He's done some interviews with some absolutely big name shows, whether it's television, whether it's radio. He's done some huge interviews there. And then you can go and listen to him speak. If you're watching the video right now, there's some background footage of, previous shows and stuff that he's done. Sold out venues. He's very, very vocal on the Palestine issue.
Absolutely. Not afraid to call on the truth.
Not at all. And he's called out some of the biggest names, interviewee names or interviewer names from around the world, really.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. A heart surgeon turned comedian.
There you go.
It's going to be interesting.
7 Feb. You know where to get the tickets. And well, hopefully we'll see you there.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South